Hey yo, what's going on guys? Amani Moshi right here, and welcome to our new episode of LIJ, Life Impacting Journey, and we used to call it normally as Life Class at LIJ, right? Well, first off man, I'll let you know it's an extreme honor and privilege for me to be before you all. I got good respect and admiration. And second off, before I proceed, I would like to share you guys a quote from Henry Ford, right? Henry Ford once said something very important and I can never forget about this one, right? He said it better. He said, failure is simply an opportunity to begin again, this time more intelligently, right? Yeah, I understand it's a lot of time that you've been facing a lot of difficulties, right? You've been facing a lot of opposition, a lot of adversities, a lot of moments which might tend to let you think like life is over, right? Because you try to set things and you try to put your finger on the trigger so that you can get the right shot, but unfortunately, because of some problems and life circumstances, you miss it, right? You didn't get exactly the thing that you wanted to get, right? And you feel like life is over from there just because you lost a lot of money, right? Just because you lost some of your friends, just because you lost a lot of your time, then you think and you feel like life is over, right? But today I just want to share you a quick story about a boy, right? So the boy one day woke up early in the morning and he was jobless, right? He was looking for a job. Then he said, today I'm going to search a job just to be an office boy, right? To clean, right? To be a cleaner in a certain big company, right? Then he went there. He met the manager. After the interview, he was given a task, right? To do some exercises. So the man told him, just clean a little bit there. I just want to see your strength and how clean you are, right? Then the man did, right? After there, the gentleman told the boy that we can offer you a job. So tomorrow you're going to start a job. So just give me your email, right? Give me your email so that I can send you some application forms to fill immediately after you get back home, so that we can know your data and we can know you completely and we can know your personal, right, data and stuff like that, right? Then the boy said, I don't have an email. Then the boss told the gentleman that you don't have an email, then you don't live, because we never count people who used to work without emails as people who are alive, right? How can you live without an email, right? Then the boy was really discouraged. He went down there with a lot of seated back heart, right? And he was like, I think my life is over right here. The same day, the boy had $10 in his pocket. Then he went to buy some bananas, right? He bought bananas for $10. He went house after house, door after door, right? After going door after door, what he did was to sell the bananas, right? After selling the bananas, he found himself getting the double amount of the money that he had before in his pocket, right? So he went to bed, he went to his room sleeping with $20 in his pocket. The next day he went to do the same. He sold bananas. Then the amount rose up to $30. After 1 month, the boy had his own, right? He had his own cart to sell bananas, right? Now, after a time, after 2 years, the boy owned his own food company. And after 5 years, he was able to supply food and fruits across the globe, right? So now you can see how this boy rose from Deterrent. It was a disappointment for him to be rejected just because he didn't have an email. But you saw how he used the opportunity from the disadvantages, right? It's a lot of times that you've been getting some setbacks. I understand. It's a lot of times. But how do you use to convert and how do you use to transform those losses into profits? How do you use to convert and how do you use to transform those disappointments to opportunities, right? One message that I want you to understand today is that learn how to use the closed doors as opportunities, right? When one door is closed for you, it means there's another door which is open for you. Go and search for those open the doors. You can use the closed doors to search the opened doors. Second message, when one arm is down, learn how to use the other arm, and believe that the other arm is more stronger than the arm which is down. Believe that you can still do it without a single arm. Believe that you can do it without that person. Believe that you can do it regardless of losing that job. Believe that you can do it despite of that rejection. Believe that you can do it, right? Hear me one thing, right? It's very important to understand that in life we live in order to encounter some lifestyles which should take us down so that we can understand the value of getting up. So use your problems, use all your disappointments, use all your upsets, transform them into opportunities, and they will give you a lot of gifts which are behind this thing called life. Thank you so much. This is how we rise from disappointments.